Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Elevated Business. You asked for it, so we're here to deliver. Michael Newton is back in the studio, and we're gonna be talking about mindset and the importance it has on success. So sit down, hold on to something like I said last time, because this one is really gonna knock your socks off. Let's get into it. Welcome to Elevated Business, where I'm your host, Mitch Hardington. Join me on a captivating journey as we unravel the real stories of entrepreneurs. Mastering the art of business, because success is not just about the destination, but the remarkable journey it takes to get there. Hey everybody, we're back. Michael, again, thank you for pouring your heart and soul out to people today. I think what you're saying is truly impactful and really resonating with people. So I would now love to jump into a little bit more about mindset, okay?
Yeah.
And specifically, when you were kind of going through what you were going through,
Right.
how did your mindset shift? Like, what was it? What actually in you was the shift? How did that mindset start turning?
Right. Great question, and it's true what they said. When you're rock bottom or when your back is against the wall, you have no other choice but to move forward, right? And so that in itself, if anybody is experiencing that, rely on the power of having that place where you can literally push off from and not want to be there, right? So by pushing towards, forward and going, enough is enough. I've had enough. I can't be here anymore. I have a daughter. I have a responsibility to her. I have a responsibility to myself, and I have a responsibility to the world. Going from there, it became a mindset shift in focus. So what do I have to focus on to do the right thing over and over again, right? So when it came to my daughter, what were the right things I needed to do with her? Spending time, talking to her, parenting, cooking, cleaning, all of those things, right? When it came to myself, what were the right things that I needed to do for myself, right? And those were things like fitness, going to bed early, getting up early, right? Making sure I had my house organized. There's a book out there that talks about the first thing you gotta do is make your bed because it sets the tone for the day, right? We start to do small tasks and start to one will feed right after the other, and we start to do all the things that we need to do. And when it came to serving other people, that became a big shift, right? So before it was a mindset of, it's all about me, poor me, poor me. I've gone through this, I'm depressed, it's not my fault, it's somebody else's fault. And then the shift became, it's up to me. It's my responsibility. I have to do this. It wasn't somebody else's fault. It's also my fault. I take responsibility for that. Now I take responsibility for everything else that's coming up in my life. The other mindset shift was, don't let my stained past affect my clean future. We all have a clean future. Now I can look at my clean future and make it better than I have before. So the mindset shift becomes on, I'm taking full responsibility for everything that I'm doing so that I can have a better future.
Wow. So just to summarize, because again, that was only 3.5, 4 minutes, but there was so much in that already. So one, you're not a victim anymore, taking responsibility for where you are in life. I almost heard you say it's a choice. You have to make that decision of no, I'm done.
Right.
I'm not doing anymore.
Right.
And start just making little wins every day.
Exactly.
And the second part of that was, I had a mentor once say, stop looking at your feet because all you'll see is the dirt. Start looking forward because then you'll get to see the horizon where you're going.
Right.
Which is exactly like you were saying. Stop looking at the stained past. Let's look at the beautiful future that I could have.
Exactly.
But again, it's a choice. Starting today, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm looking forward and let's get going. Is that fair?
That's 100% fair. Mitch, it doesn't matter where we come from. We have so many different stories from highly successful individuals in the world that we can set as examples for all of us. And some of them come from rich families, and some of them don't. And some people that come from rich families have had big failures, and they've had to rebuild themselves, and some of them are not able to rebuild themselves. But the reality is that it doesn't matter where we come from. Everything that's ahead of us is up to us. And there's another mindset shift that I've only learned recently, and that is to stop comparing myself to other people.
I love that.
The only person I can compare myself to is myself. What am I doing today that will make myself 0.01% better than the Michael Newton that was there yesterday? And as long as I'm doing that, then I'm doing all the right things to have a brighter future, not just for myself, but for my family, for my wife, for the people around me, my clients, my friends, for all of them. Yeah.
Well, that even goes back to like episode 1 we did about success.
Right.
Right? It's about you. It starts here. It's a mindset shift. It's about taking control of your life and looking forward and being, I am not comparing myself to anybody.
Right.
Because success is determined by me.
Exactly.
I'm measuring myself against me. Am I being a better me? Then I am succeeding. If you're going to measure yourself against people like Grant Cardone,
right.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be as successful as him yet. You can be,
right.
But you got to start with you. You got to start at the core, right? I love that your whole message is tied together with self, core, believe in yourself, look forward, and let's get going.
Well, that's exactly it, and let's get going. Let's keep moving forward, right? And when we're looking inside our core self, like you were just saying, there's really 2 ways to look at it. We're either a victim or we're a player. And when we start looking at ourselves as victims, we get dragged down. We get put back into the places that we've always been. And we're not taking responsibility, and we're putting the blame on somebody else. And when we do that, we give everybody else the power to affect our lives. But when we act as the player, we take that power and we put it on ourselves. And so now we're the power machine that affects and changes our lives. And when we have that power, it's amazing. Because now it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me. It doesn't matter what somebody else says about me or how they think I should live my life. They don't have that power. I'm living my life according to how I think I should do it, and that gives me the brightest future possible.
Yes. Yes is the answer to all of that. I don't know about you, but and I hope you listeners are doing the same. This is an episode that I'm going to have to listen to 3, 4, 5, 6 times because there are so many little nuggets of gold in here. Yeah. Don't be the victim of your own story. Be the hero. Be the hero of your own story. You said player, but like I'm resonating with hero. Be the hero of your story. Don't be the victim of your story.
Well, I look at it like the Calgary Flames, right? I think you're a Toronto fan, are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about, the hockey players in the rink, okay? You've got Toronto, you've got the Flames, right? That's one aspect of it, but they are the players. They're also the heroes, right? The audience, we're the ones that are criticizing. How could you let that goal in?
Yeah.
How could you miss that shot, right? Victim versus player, victim versus hero, right? It's the same type of philosophy, right? Be the player. Go in there, take the shot. You missed? Doesn't matter. You're the one playing anyways. You're the one, making the news, making the money, and living your life. Because you're the one that became the pro hockey player, right?
Right.
And that's the player, that's the hero. That's who we want to be in our lives. That's how we want to show up in our parenting, in our business, in our relationships with other people, right? We want to be that hero. We want to make that impact.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's not be the players, let's not be the victims. Let's be the players, right? They are who they are for a reason. The tycoons of industry are who they are for a reason.
Right.
They weren't victims. They're like, no, I'm gonna win.
Right.
I'm going to compete against myself. I'm not going to look at any of the other noise that's out there because, kind of like you alluded to, it's just noise.
Right.
Who cares what they're doing? All that matters is me, myself, my identity, my purpose, my success, but realize all of those words were
Yours.
right? My success, not Michael's
Exactly.
success, it's my success.
It's your success.
Michael's
Yes.
success is Michael's success. It's
Right.
not Grant Cardone's success. It's not Hillary Clinton's success. It's your success, right? So compare yourself to you. I love that. Again, there's so many things that I just want to, there's so many threads that you leave that I'm just like, oh, I want to pull on that because you have so much wisdom, you have so much knowledge. There's it's evident in your life that, you're genuine, you are who you say you are, you play according to your rules, you're fair, you're just, but I just want to commend you for being the man that you are, and thank you for being the business owner that you are, and thank you for being the person that you are.
Thank you very much.
Wow. So just to wrap up again, if people really want to get a hold of you, how would they do that?
Yeah, so if you want to get a hold of me, feel free to call me directly. My cell phone is 403-512-9825. You can also send a text. If you want a text, you can call me, I don't mind. Or you can just go to my website, www.michaelnewton.ca, and you'll find my email and phone number there as well.
Well, Michael, thank you again for being here. We've already had 2 incredible episodes. This is episode number 3, also incredible. I really encourage people to re-listen to these a few times because there are so many things in them. I know I'm going to re-listen to them even though I'm here with you and get the privilege of that, but I'm going to re-listen to them. So everybody, until next time, thank you for joining Elevated Business, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode. As we conclude this episode of Elevated Business, I'm Mitch Hardington, reminding you that every challenge is a stepping stone to greatness. Stay tuned for more stories of entrepreneurs who are shaping their destiny. Until next time, elevate your business and dreams.